You're all very welcome here to Dr. Daly Park in Tulla on a blustery afternoon for the Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final between Clarecastle and Whitegate. Two sides looking to make the breakthrough back up to the senior ranks for 2026. They had an earlier round meeting in the first round, but today is going to be the deciding factor. I'm joined here in commentary for the afternoon by Conor Mack. Conor, I suppose we're looking at it and a lot of people are saying coming in Clarecastle slightly favourites, but in a way maybe it's just based on the name of the club.
Yeah, it may be, but you would have to give them slight favourites in when you look at their last game. Put up a savage score in their last game when you're looking down through the group games. But when you look through the group, actually, you'd have to say Whitegate are slightly favourites if you're going by the group games. So it's very much hard one to call. I mean, Whitegate have the 4-week gap coming into this, and Clarecastle have a 3-week gap. So.
Yeah, and I suppose the interesting thing from that is, like, with the three teams that came out of that group, which was Group 2 of the Championship, they've all made it to the semi-final stage. So obviously Clarecastle and Whitegate are meeting here. Rowan and the other team are playing in the game later on this afternoon. So they have been seriously tested throughout the group stages, and they've learnt a lot since their first round meeting on the 26th of July. That one, the Clarecastle won by 8, 122 to 17 points.
Yeah, learning as you go on is an important thing, and I suppose tinkering around with the team and putting lads in the right position, you learn as you go on, and we can see it's just difficult to know, because they've had some, if you're talking about Clarecastle, they've had some poor performances in the group stages. I'm sure they wouldn't be happy with it, but again, I turned to the last game where it was do or die stuff, and it was vitally important to win it, and they turned up in trumps.
Yeah, and I suppose from Whitegate's point of view, they have really built momentum since that game, because obviously on the back of that they went on and won the rest of the games in the group. They put up 218 and beaten Rowan. They had 120 when beaten Whitegate, and then 25 points in their final group game against the Bridge. But I suppose winning the group then meant sure that they had no quarter final, so it'll be interesting to see how they react with that bit of a gap between games. Yeah,
that's the big conversation. Even if you go at county level, the big conversation is which is better, the 4-week gap or the 2-week gap. Of course, if you win, it's a great gap, and if you lose, it's not such a good gap, But if you look at Whitegate, as we were saying, the spread of scores they have, like 11 scores in round 2, 9 scores, I think it was around 3, I think. So they're all chipping in with a point or two, but if they can chip in with 2 or 3 points rather than the 1, I think they'll be right bang in this game.
And I suppose on the other hand, if we went back a month ago, people were starting to question Clarecastle on the basis that obviously after that round 1 win over Whitegate, they followed it up with 321 to 214 over Whitegate, but then 2 defeats at the end of the group stage, 20 points to 113 against Rowan, and then turned over, I suppose, by Sixmile Bridge's second team, 119 to 115. But I suppose the real marker of the team was putting up that 419 against Tubber in the quarter final. Yeah,
so like Tubber would have been fancied enough to get back. We know what happened last year to them, so but like I said, if you're on the Clarecastle management side, you would be worried about them group performances, and if you're on the Whitegate management side, you'd be saying, look, let's put these lads under pressure a small bit early and see how they react. They have a young enough forward line, so if I was on the Whitegate side, I'd be trying to, there's a big wind here, I'd be playing with the wind and putting them under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, and I suppose that's the biggest thing about today is I walked the pitch there earlier, like underfoot, it's still very firm, great condition, but there is a big blustery breeze blowing down, I suppose, from the Tulla town village side, if you like, down to the end of the field, and that's really going to have a bearing on who gets that in the first half and whether they're able to make it count.
Yeah, and even more so how you play against it. So do you play a +1, do you drop a man straight back, what do you do? Depends on the toss. Like I said, if I was playing with it, I think the wind is to die a small bit. Going by the app on the phone there, how accurate that is, I don't know, but most certainly if I won the toss, I'd be playing with it.
And we're just going to have a quick look through both starting lineups. They are, as was named in the programme earlier on in the week. So Clarecastle first in goals is Cian Broderick. It's Stephen O'Halloran, David Toohey and Philip in the full back line. Evan Price, Aaron Hayes and Cian Galvin is our half back line. Conor Whelan and Colin Brigdale at midfield. Josh Brack, Conor Halpin and Conor Ralph is our half forward line. Rory O'Connell, Harry Doherty and Paul O'Connell inside in the full forward line. I suppose, like you mentioned it earlier, I suppose just the age profile even of that Clarecastle forward line, like huge talent. We've seen them at inter-county underage coming up along and the ability they have, but I suppose stepping it up today in an intermediate semi-final will be a real test.
Yeah, there's two ways of looking at it. Like, I mean, you can say when you have a young side, they're young and carefree, really. You know, sometimes it works for you, sometimes it works against you. It's hard to know when everything is going well for you. Confidence is everything, I think, with the young forward line. So if they get on the score line early and if they're throwing the ball around, I think that Whitegate will have a big problem today.
And the Whitegate team then lines out with Andrew Fahey in goals. It's Dylan White, Donald Burke and Conor McDermott. Liam Murray, Owen Quirk and Ian Fahey captains the side from wing back. Conor Whelan and Mikey Boggenberger is in midfield. Danny Hayes, Finn Madden and Kieran Keenan. And then Colin Fahey, Ronan Hayes and Paddy Burke inside in their full forward line. I suppose the one thing we know, and we've seen it after that first round defeat with Whitegate, is no matter what pickings they have, they'll always give it their all.
Oh yeah, fierce, proud club. You know, you'd expect them to battle it out here. Looking down through the Whitegate side, I think their most important line is their half-back line, which is generally the most in most teams. But I look across that half-back line and I'm thinking they have to perform. You look at the experience of Ian Fahey there, battling out through the years on Quirk. I think if that line performs today, it can be a platform for them to go forward.
And the toss has just taken place out in front of us and it looks like Clarecastle may have won it, so Colin Brigdale has made the decision they're going to go with it, so they want to attack it and build an early lead.
Yeah. So here you are now, the tactics start now. So, you know, management team over in Whitegate, okay, they would have planned for this. If they go against it, what do we do? If they go with it, what do we do? So interesting to see now the setups. I presume the window's so strong here for the viewers that you would have to be looking at playing very defensive anyway. And running that ball up through the middle.
And I suppose the other side of things is we obviously talk about the known names, like Stephen O'Halloran will be very big in trying to lead and give leadership in that full back line for Clarecastle, and then the likes of Conor Brigdale captain the side there at midfield, they'll really be looking to those lads, especially now with the breeze, to drive it on over the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, them lads are very important because, you know, like I said to you, when things are going well, the youth go well as well, but as we know, things don't always go well in a hurling game, so you'll be looking at your experienced lads just to calm it down, to slow it down when they're against the wind, using all the tricks that they've learned over the years. And
then with the breeze at the back, obviously a big thing here is going to be discipline in both halves, because like we've seen Keane Galvin at inter-county level popping him over from his own 45, and that's without the breeze that's here at the moment. And at the other side of the field, we've seen Andrew Fahey put him over from his own 21 in the past. So no matter which half it's in, there's going to have to be discipline from the full back line right up to the full forward line.
Oh yeah, definitely. Come semi-final time, even quarter-final, but come semi-final time, final time, you'll be just, saying to your players, don't lose this by freeze, especially with the wind out today. The wind is very strong, I know, but it's swirling as well. So, you'd be nearly inviting a shot on from a forward to say, here, have a go, and if he puts it over the bar, best of luck to him,
And I think in fairness, as the mist just starts to come in, like Kevin Curry is the man in charge, and Kevin is one, especially in these conditions, like he will give the benefit of the doubt. He probably won't be blown for every little thing. So there will be, I suppose, mistakes made. He'll let the game flow, and it's a matter of trying to make sure then that you're as you say, you keep that discipline, that you're not giving away those silly frees, those lazy frees as we call them.
Yeah, Kevin likes to let it go, which is good for hurling. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. One interesting battle that I like is between the two goalies. I mean, you've Keane Broderick. I really rate Keane Broderick as a goalie, and of course you've, as we all know, Andrew Fahey the other side. I think the two of them with their puck outs, especially against that wind, is going to be vital. Two of them are well known for pinging a ball into your hand from 30, 40, 50 yards. So I think the battle there between the two goalies is another one today that must be watched.
And I suppose not alone are they used to pinging at 20 or 30 yards, but if they have the breeze at the back, you could say it'll nearly go straight to the full forward line with the strike behind them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but sometimes, if teams are set up very defensive, that's not the best thing to do either. But we're just interested to see now how both teams play the wind. It's going to be a very interesting battle here. Just looking at the Whitegate set up here now.
So Kieran Keenan has gone into midfield for them anyway straight away, and Cian Galvin is actually lining up at midfield, so they are marking each other in the middle. There's a couple of positional changes around the place as we look at it, but Kevin Curry is just waiting for all the players to be in their correct positions. He has the ball in his hand, and here it goes. First of the TUS Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-finals are underway, and straight away it's Clarecastle's possession into the hands there of Aaron Hayes. Hayes loses possession, however that gives Whitegate the opportunity to attack. Here they come forward. There's runners off the shoulder there for Conor Whelan. Whelan flicks it ahead into the hands there of Paddy Burke. Burke trying to get that overload, ball breaking down, but they maintain possession. Here comes the strike, in it goes, it's in, it's over the bar. An opening score for Danny Hines and an opening score for Whitegate.
Yeah, great run through the middle, just unlucky not to get the pass off. It might have been a goal chance, but great opening score for Whitegate.
And I suppose especially when you're playing into that heat of the breeze, it's good to get I suppose that foothold into it and settle themselves. But straight away Cian Broderick's puck out goes all the way in. There's goal chance, here it goes, it's flicked on but off his line. Kim Andrew Fahy got the hurley to it, the ball breaks away as far as Dylan White, but a huge opportunity there from the puck out, Conor.
Yeah, well spotted by Andrew Fahy, came off his line very quick. I think there's Dylan White lost his man going in. They'll have to watch that going forward.
Kieran Keenan has possession now. He's heading towards the 45, shortens the grip. He's playing a crossfield ball. He's aiming over there for Paddy Burke. The ball breaks down. Burke trying to get it up into his hand, loses possession, but it's still Whitegate's ball. They're trying to manoeuvre, make that bit of room. Flicking it off the ground is Ronan Hayes. Here comes the strike in, but this one is going right and going wide. But another opportunity once they're getting on the attack. That at the moment they're getting their shots off here, Conor.
Yeah, 60 seconds gone. Two big goal, not big goal chances, but two goal chances, I suppose. You can have goal chances for Whitegate. We'll have to watch that going forward.
Long and direct again from Cian Broderick, rocking it right down there. Up for it was Harry Doherty. The ball breaks down in front. Clarecastle trying to get their hands onto it. The ball just flicked away on this occasion by Aaron Hayes. He gets another touch to it. Out it goes over the line. It's a line ball. A bit of pushing and shoving as we see it here, but that's to be expected in the early exchanges.
No harm, just getting to know each other, as they say. I think by the looks of things, Owen Cork has kind of gone into a +1 or sweeper role, which then is freeing up.
Galvin is down here below us. Yeah.
Which is to be expected too. So they're the tactical situations at the minute.
It is, and straight away they get the opportunity to go short and into the hands there of Conor McDermott. McDermott delivers it, the ball's dropping down here. There's a battle for possession. Finn Madden trying to get down over it. Finn can't get it up into his hand the first time or the second time, gets a flick onto it, but he only gives the ball away to the Clarecastle men. On the attack they come now through Colin Brigdale. Brigdale gives the hand pass through. He was looking for Rory O'Connell, but the ball is just flicked out over the sideline. It's a sideline ball on this occasion for Clarecastle, and it looks like it's actually going to be Rory O'Connell is the man that's going to come out and take it. So Rory is just outside the 45. He has a strong breeze at his back, and you'll be expecting this one will be cut crossfield if he can. Here he steps back. It's going to go low, but it's going to go straight to the spare Whitegate man standing in the centre. Out they come past the 45. Carrying it forward is Mikey Umberger. Into the full forward line it goes. Mikey's delivery. He's looking inside for Paul, and Paddy comes out. He's not able to win it on this occasion, however, because it's picked up by the Clarecastle full back line. They work the ball all the way forward. Evan Price is on the overlap. He just can't get there. Ball broken out on this occasion by Conor McDermott. And it's going to be a line ball, and a line ball for Clarecastle once more.
Yeah, great ball into the Whitegate full forward line there. Paddy Burke just unlucky, couldn't get the touch, couldn't get into his hand, which overturned into Clarecastle on the counter attack.
So Josh Brack is going to take responsibility for this one. It's on the far side of the field as we look at it here from our commentary position. He's looking for a bit of movement inside, stepping back. Here comes the cut. He's going down towards the corner with it there at the moment. The ball breaking down inside. It's Clarecastle's possession. Off the shoulder they come. Here comes the strike. In it goes. We watch for the umpire. That's in. It's over the bar. We're tied up 1 point apiece. Rory O'Connell with the score on that occasion.
Yeah, great run by Rory O'Connell through the middle. One of those runs that you hate to see as a defence. Very simple and put yet effective.
So Andrew Fahy with his first puck out of the afternoon here, striking into that strong breeze. He steps back, he's going to go long, and that's an indication of the breeze he's pucking into. It's not even going to reach the far 65. It breaks down. It's Evan Price down over the ball. Price has it in his hand, gets the hand pass off over as far as Aaron Hayes, but on this occasion he's blown for over carrying, and it's going to be a free and an opportunity now for the Whitegate men.
Yeah, simple free, throwing the ball. Every management team in their respective club trains not to do, but it's unfortunately something in the game at the minute, and most referees pull for one or two in a game now.
Conor Whelan's open opportunity is going to go down into the corner. He was looking for the run on that occasion of Paddy Burke. Burke does beaten to it once more, and out they come with it. It's going to be Clarecastle's possession out the wing towards Conor Ralph. Ralph has the ball in his hand. He's got runners ahead of him. Keane Galvin presents himself. Keane now just can't get it under control. Down over the ball into the hand at the second occasion. He has the strike. He's the breeze behind him. Distance is no problem. Accuracy is no problem, and Keane gets himself off the board.
Yeah, that's the difficulty with him being free, isn't it? That he can roam into those spaces and plant the foot and put the ball over the bar.
Andrew decides to go short on this occasion. They're working the ball out here at the moment. Conor McDermott has possession. Conor still carrying it. He's up as far as the 65. He's been chased, loses possession, gets a flick to it, but it's only going to break into the Clarecastle half-back line. There's movement ahead if they want to look for it. Here comes the delivery. Colin Brigdale giving it straight into the hands there of Conor Halpin. Halpin steadies himself, gets the strike and I suppose it's that little bit of punishment there. Conor does just carried too much out of the ball, lost possession, and Clarecastle punish.
Yeah, and there seems to be a bit of space around the half, or the Whitegate half back line, Clarecastle half forward line. Like when you're playing with a spare man, everybody else needs to push up on their men, and they seem to be just kind of playing that free role at the minute.
Short ball as far as Conor McDermott again. This time he decides to play it out towards the wing. Forward they're going to come through Dylan White on this occasion. Dylan looking ahead of himself, shortens the grip, but it's going to be a Clarecastle defender that's going to get there first. Philip gets there, works the ball here now. Forward they come. The delivery straight in front of the full forward line. Conor Ralph was looking for it. Ralph has it. He has no hurley, but he has the ball. There's the kick pass into the hands there of Harry Doherty. Doherty's inside the 21, inside the 13. Low, saved inside by Andrew Fahey, but two opening goal scoring opportunities in the first 6 minutes.
What a flick, in fairness. What a bit of skill to use without the hurley to give it across. It would have been a great goal. It would have been one for goal of the year or something like that if you run it.
Josh Brack is going to leave it on this occasion to Rory O'Connell. Rory is positioned just outside the 45. He's looking for a bit of movement. Now he steps back. He's waiting to deliver it. The movement is coming. Is he going to go cross field? Harry Doherty has the hand up, but that ball is cut straight in on top of Harry. Up he goes. The ball breaks down inside. It's going to be a Clarecastle hurley to it first. Opportunity here. They're going to go low, and a third save on this occasion from Conor Ralph by Andrew Fahey.
Yeah, shot straight at him though. Andrew Fahey didn't have much to do, even though it was a good save, but he didn't have much movement to make with the hurley.
Aaron Hayes attacking that ball. He loses possession on this occasion. Lost out to Conor Whelan. Conor now playing the ball in front of Finn Madden. Madden under charge. Here he comes inside the 65. Shortens the grip. Decides to play it down the ground. Now he gets to take the touch back into his hand. Straight into his full forward line it goes. The ball breaking there. Looking for it as Ronan Hayes. Ronan Hayes has it. Shortens the grip. In it goes over the bar. And I suppose that's a reward for Andrew Fahey's work at the other side of the field. 2 saves pulled off and now a point for Whitegate.
Absolutely, great work by Finn Madden there in the middle. Seemed to be isolated, but got the ball into the full forward line. And I tell you, if they get that ball into that full forward line, they seem to be causing trouble in there.
Oh, Cian Broderick going long once again. It's going to land on that 21 metre line at the far side. Ball breaking down, looking for it there. On that occasion was Dylan White for Whitegate. He gets a little flick to it out in front of Ian Fahey. Fahey doesn't manage to get it up into his hand at the first occasion. Oh, they're all in looking for this. Clarecastle hands on the ball. Straight away it's going to be Josh Brack. Brack blocked down under pressure but manages to get the ball back. Here comes the hand pass out. Another opportunity for the Clarecastle men. In it goes from Paul O'Connell and it's over the bar.
Yeah, just like you called Sean before the game. Long ball from Cian Broderick up. No matter who's back there, it's going to break somewhere. And Clarecastle just seem to be that small bit more lively at the minute on the breaking ball.
So here he goes, Andrew Fahey again. He's stepping back. He's looking for a bit of movement. The options aren't there unless he wants to go to the 21. That's exactly where he delivers it. But standing up on this occasion is Dylan White. Here comes the strike. Down on top of Danny Hines. Hines has the ball. He's got options in the centre if he wants to use them. Into the hands of Conor McDermott is where he goes with it. McDermott now on the 65. Looks for the run. It's Hines again. But he just manages to drop that ball out of the hands. Now he's trying to roll lift it inside in the bunch. The ball breaks down behind. Down over it. It's going to be interesting to see who comes away with this one. The ball breaking again. The hurleys are being pulled, but Kevin Corrie says play on. There's 2 in it. The ball worked back in front of Liam Murray. Murray pops it in front of that full forward line again. It's going to be Paddy Burke with it. Here comes Burke towards the sideline. He gets the strike off. Is it going to come in enough? It's not on this occasion. It stays right and wide.
Yeah, the first ball Paddy Burke got into his hand really over on the side, running towards the sideline. Not the ideal shot to take on. Went wide. You'd prefer him to head towards the goals really.
So here comes Cian Broderick, long and direct again, straight down on top of that full forward line. Up they all go, it's battered out. Out to the free man on this occasion. It's Ian Fahey. Ian steadies himself, delivers it, looking for the run of Callum Fahey. Callum trying to get there ahead of what is David Toohey. Toohey though gathers the ball. He looks for Cian Galvin. Galvin now shortens the grip. He works it as far as Rory O'Connell. Rory's on the halfway line. Galvin calls for it back. He gets it. He drops it, gets it back up into his hands. Here he goes, 50 yards out. He's a point on the board already, but this one's going right and wide.
Yeah, again, just have to track that runner, especially Galvin coming forward. Like, you know, you can't let a fella of that quality come forward in space.
Oh, Andrew Fahey, once more, he's looking to go short with it, but maybe he's calling him towards him now, so you wonder, is he going to go on down on the half forward line? He's taking every second he can, and with the playing into this teeth of this breeze, you wouldn't blame him at all. Here goes the puck out into the hands once more of Conor McDermott. McDermott now looking for Dylan White. Dylan carries it. Up he comes towards the 65. Lays it off to Ian Fahey over the far side of the field. Ian manages to regather it. He has the option of giving it back to again if he wants, but on this occasion he's turned over in possession. Clarecastle win it back. The hurley is lost. The hand pass goes off into the hands there of Rory O'Connell. Rory O'Connell with the strike, but it just stays to the right and wide.
Yeah, got lucky there. You can see what Whitegate are trying to do. They're trying to do probably the right thing and run it out, but they just seem to be making a mistake in possession on occasions, which is letting Clarecastle in and having a shot.
I suppose from Clarecastle's point of view, they're happy to let Whitegate take these short puck outs, and the pressure really only comes on when they get as far as the 45.
Yeah, exactly, because they're happy to sit back and let the ball, because even though the ball isn't travelling that far in the wind anyway.
Conor Whelan has it now for the Whitegate man. He's inside the Clarecastle 65. He's been chased by Aaron Hayes, but he gets the shot off. It's one is just not going to come around in the breeze. It was an opportunity for Conor, but it stays right and stays wide again.
Yeah, nice run by Conor through the middle again. That town side goals, as you call it, Sean, you have to hit to the left because that ball will travel to the right hand side.
So Keane delivering it this time on top of his half forward line. The ball breaks down behind, but it's right there by the Whitegate men. Out they come, a little pop pass in front of Finn Madden. Finn now decides to go backwards with it. Here comes the strike. The run was being made. I'm not sure Owen Quirk realised that ball was for him, but it might work out to him yet. It won't, because there's a chop there on the hurley of Stephen O'Halloran, and a free out for the Clarecastle men, and an opportunity from this distance and the breeze behind.
It's the first free, is it?
It is the first free for Clarecastle. Whitegate had the one over on the sideline.
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah.
So yeah, one apiece after 12 minutes. So as we said, Kevin is a referee that will let it flow.
Yeah, not going too bad. Yeah, it's still very much a tactical battle, I would call it. You know, Whitegate are trying to run out with the ball. Clarecastle are happy enough to leave him off at that and sitting back and waiting for that strike up. The ball is, as you can see, it's a very, very difficult win. The ball isn't coming past the 60 Clarecastle or the Whitegate 65 as we look at it.
Cian Galvin with this opportunity, he's striking it in. Distance isn't a problem. The accuracy, however, isn't there. And I suppose from a Whitegate point of view, even though Clarecastle have had the lion's share of possession, it's still only 4 points to 2, 12 and a half minutes gone. So they'll be happy enough with that playing into this breeze.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, you'll be delighted with that. First 10 minutes gone, playing into that breeze, only 2 points down. And like I said, if they can just keep that ball into the hand, they'll be much better off.
That one is just slightly overplayed and into the hands of Paul O'Connell is where it is. O'Connell gives it off in front of Harry Doherty. Harry checks in. He tries to get the pass off. It might still work out for the Clarecastle men. It's bobbing around the square inside. There's a ruck developing, but it's going to be Whitegate's possession. Dropped inside. The ball is still there. There's a couple of bodies over the ball at the moment, but play goes on because the sliotar is still moving about. Forward they come, and at the end of it all, it is Whitegate who bring that ball away. They're working it up in front of Danny Hines. Hines now has the opportunity to carry it up as far as his own 45, coming closer to the 65, delivers it, looking for the run in the full forward line, but the breeze just cuts it out and into the hands of Colin Brigdale. Brigdale goes cross field into the hands there of Josh Brack. Josh steadies himself, gets the strike off, but this one has gone out, gone to the left and gone wide. Clarecastle at this stage well on top, as we say, but they're starting to miss a lot of their chances. Yeah,
it was a very, very difficult breeze down there, Sean. You know, you're going to find a lot of whites today with that breeze. It's strong and it's swirling. So here we go again, Whitegate coming out. Let's see if they can keep that ball in hand now.
Forward they come, it's Donald Burke that has it. Donald gives a little pop pass in towards the centre. Here they come, attacker through their corner back, which is Conor McDermott. McDermott now giving the strike in. This one's going to hold up on the 21. They all go up, the ball breaks down, but it's going to be into the Clarecastle men, and Stephen O'Halloran gathers it up. Stephen delivering it, looking for the run of his centre forward. Conor helping gets the ball into his hand, has time to steady himself, looks at the post, gets the strike off, but this one is staying left and staying wide again, Conor.
Yeah, again coming forward again, Whitegate did very well to come through the middle. Just that final ball in, I think there was a shot he was going for. I think he kind of half mishit it, but which allowed Clarecastle to come back the other side.
This time there's a bit of movement inside in the middle as Andrew Fahey makes no mistake with his delivery. He gets it as far as Conor McDermott into the hands of Conor Whelan. Whelan delivers it low and straight in front there of Ronan Hayes. It breaks inside. Hayes has an opportunity. Goal chance. It's a back of the net. And Whitegate find themselves in front as we hit the 15-minute marker.
Yeah, ball out I think to the centre back here up the other end, which allowed him to come forward about 15-20 yards into Conor Whelan. Lovely strong low ball in, finished off by a great goal.
So Whitegate find themselves in front. 1-2 now for Whitegate. It's 4 points for the Clarecastle men. They have dominated the open 15 minutes, but they find themselves 1 point behind. The breeze at their backs as the puck out goes. Long and direct. Down it goes. It's breaking behind. Attacked on this occasion by Owen Quirk. He can't get it up into his hand, but it does manage its way as far as Liam Murray. Liam now just gets his boot to it. Kicks it out into the hands there of Dylan White. Dylan trying to find a loose Whitegate player to deliver to. Instead, he just strikes it down, but only into the hands of Aaron Hayes. Hayes is blocked out. Ball goes to ground. It's still there. The hurley's going as they're all trying to gather it. Up they come forward on this occasion through Evan Price. Price gives the offload into the hands of Halpin. Conor Halpin with the strike. Conor Halpin with the score.
Great score. Whitegate now just need to remain calm, stay doing what they're doing, stay trying to come out with that ball. They're executing it very well out about the 65-yard line. From up there, a couple of issues, but they just need to stay doing what they're doing now. Everything is working for them fine.
16 minutes gone here in Dr. Ailey Park, and the teams are all square. It's 1-2 for Whitegate, 5 points for Clarecastle. Short puck out as far as Dylan White once more. Dylan now goes into Conor McDermott. Conor looking for movement ahead of him, goes cross field. He's looking for the goal scorer, which was Ronan Hayes. Hayes lets it beat him. Now he gets it back into his hand, taking on Stephen O'Halloran. O'Halloran gets a flick on the ball out over the sideline, but more importantly from a Whitegate point of view, they keep the possession.
Yeah, great flick by Stephen O'Halloran, to be fair. It was a lovely ball in and a nice little dummy to bring it around to him side. So Stephen did very well to get back and get that flick in.
Conor Whelan just outside the 21-metre line is going to take control of this. We've seen Conor cut him over from a lot of distances and a lot of angles, but into the teeth of this breeze, it'll be a difficult one if he decides to take it on.
I'd imagine by the look of him, he's going to try and take it on anyway.
Here it goes. It just doesn't have the height. It's floating across. It's still inside. It's won on this occasion by Evan Price. Price on his way out. Over the shoulder. Delivers it long. It's going to break down here around midfield. They all go up. Here it goes. Kieran Keenan. Keenan has a shortened grip. Over towards. Opens the play to Conor Whelan. Conor now has a standing strike. This one has the distance. But once more, the accuracy just isn't there. Stays to the right and wide.
Yeah, again, another one to the right-hand side down into that goal. It's very important to shoot left down there.
So once more, Keane Broderick looking back. He's going to go long, straight down. He's trying to get it over the head of Harry Doherty, but it's read on this occasion by the centre back Owen Quirk. Quirk gets the ball into his runners, which is Liam Murray. Murray on the way forward. He's been chased all the way. He shortens the grip. He manages to get her. Keane Galvin has that play read. Keane gathers it up into his hand. He's coming up towards the halfway line. He's still on the move. He's looking for movement. There it is. Pop pass up ahead of him. On they go through Rory O'Connell. O'Connell has the ball in his hand. He's blocked out on this occasion and mushed to the light of the Whitegate crowd here, Conor.
Paddy Burke is after chasing, I'd say, about 80 yards to get that block in. Unbelievable run up by Paddy Burke.
Into the hands of Ronan Hayes. Ronan has it once more under pressure from Stephen O'Halloran, and same defending once more from Stephen. He just gets that little flick out over the sideline, and I suppose Ronan has 1-1 on the board, but when the ball is going down a 50-50 like that, Stephen is just using his experience to make sure he's not getting away.
Yeah, that's all you're doing as a defender. You're trying to just get some sort of a touch, some sort of anything at all to get touching that ball to keep it out of the forward's hands.
So Conor Whelan once more taking charge of this line ball. He's halfway between the 45 and 65, looking for a bit of movement here. He cuts it low across. There's got to be a race for it. Trying to get there on this occasion is Paddy Burke. Burke slips on this and as the ball comes back into the hands there of Colin Brigdale. Colin coming forward. He's looking for O'Connell. O'Connell goes to ground. No free, says the referee. Blocked down as he tries to clear into the hands now of Mikey Berger. And forward it comes into Kieran Keenan. Here comes Keenan. Has the ball in his hand. He's looking for a bit of movement. Somehow this is able to make some space. He's got past 4 of them. The hand pass goes looking for Hayes. Hayes gets the strike, and what a movement that was from Kieran Keenan to set up that score for Hayes.
Do you know you could strive it? It was like Messi running through for Barcelona there at one stage. Jeez, he danced around 2 or 3 of them there. Clarecastle will not be happy with that, but another great finish up to by Ronan Hayes. Clarecastle certainly have to do something there.
Oh, and I suppose it all came from the work rate. Clarecastle had the possessions. Mikey Bogenberger, he got the block in. Then they were able to turn it over, get the attack on it. As a substitution coming, it's Conor Whelan is going off on the Clarecastle side. And I'm not sure, did you see the number that was coming on there, Conor? Number 20, and number 20 is Oisín Whelan. So Oisín in for Conor. It's a sharp puck out on this occasion as far as Colin Brigdale. Colin delivering it, looking for the run of Conor Halpin. Halpin comes out, he just can't get her on this occasion. Conor McDermott is there to mop it up for the Whitegate in once more, looking for the run of Bogenberger. Bogenberger, however, can't get it into his hand. It's turned over. It's Clarecastle's Keane Galvin on this occasion. Keane gets the strike on, but it's staying left, it's staying wide. And we said it earlier, but these opportunities are really starting to go astray on the Clarecastle men.
Yeah, just going to show, like, the use of your full forward line for both camps is very important. You see Whitegate, how well they're using their full forward line. No, they might be winning every one of them, but Whitegate are playing an awful lot of ball into their full forward line, whereas Clarecastle are taking a few shots from outside.
Puck out goes short, two different Clarecastle men around, but the puck out, the hand pass still goes from Conor McDermott into the hands of Danny Hines. Hines now looking backwards to Ian Fahey. Ian steadies himself. He tried to find a gap, but that was read by Harry Doherty. Doherty has it. The calls are coming from Oisín. He gets his first taste of the action since his introduction to his midfield partner, which is Colin Brigdale. Brigdale with the strike. This one looks like it is drifting, and we'll wait for confirmation. It has drifted right and drifted wide again.
Yeah, another wide. Look, like I said the last time, I'd just like to see him throw the ball into the full forward line and see what happens inside there. You know, there isn't much ball. If you're inside the full forward line, you're getting frustrated now at the minute. You're playing with the wind. There's very little ball coming in, bar the puck outs that are coming up to them.
Here Andrew going long on this occasion. Keane Galvin is trying to position himself underneath it. Up he goes, gathers it, pass halfway, back onto the hurley. He's inside the 65, straight in front of the goals. If there's one man you don't want to give a puck out on this field, it's Keane Galvin, and he punishes him straight away.
Yeah, he had a great bit of space there and right in front of the goal, so if he was going to put any of them over, that was the one he was going to put over.
It's Clarecastle now 6 points. It's Whitegate 1-3, but at the same time, from a Whitegate point of view, 21 minutes gone, nearly 22, as they get the puck out low. It's all square. Kieran Keenan with the ball. He was looking crossfield. Danny Hines is trying to get there. Danny lunges in, but the ball is still there at the feet of Josh Brack. Brack can't get it up into his hand. Still inside around the ruck, as the ball still bobbing around. It's going to be a question of who comes away with it. Evan Price has it on this occasion. Gets the hand pass off. It's not a hand pass, it's what's called. It's a throw and a free an opportunity now for Whitegate.
Yeah, a lovely flick by him to get it up into his hand, but it was definitely a throw and right in front of the referee as well to make it worse. So he was never going to get away with that one.
So it's going to be an opportunity for Conor Whelan. He'll be striking into the teeth of this wind. When he does so, he'll be just inside the halfway line. So you will expect that maybe the Whitegate men will be better off moving that little bit further towards the edge of the square, because judging by Andrew's puckouts, there's a chance that this mightn't be able to make it. Conor steadying himself. He went low with the first one. He's taking it on this occasion. It is going to have the... No, it's not. It's going to drop in. Keane just gets his hand to it. It's still bobbing about into the hands of Paddy Burke. Now, Paddy Kane gets a flick onto it at the second occasion. The ball's still staying in play. It's... gone. We're all looking at the umpires. The umpire's hand eventually goes up. It is going to be a 65, and we said from here that, like, into the teeth of that breeze, there was always the chance the ball would held up. Keane Broderick just couldn't get it under control, and an opportunity now for Whitegate to try and put themselves back in front.
Yeah, just one of those that kind of lands in the wrong spot, just outside the square, which allows the forward to contest. So very difficult one for Keane Broderick to contend with, but he did manage it somehow and got the ball out safely for 65.
Oh, Conor Whelan now stepping back with his 65. Here comes the strike. This one, there's no doubt of the distance. And there is with the accuracy, however. It goes right, it goes wide. And I suppose it is an indication of the breeze at the moment, because Whitegate, a lot of their wides coming to the right-hand post. Clarecastle's a lot coming to that left-hand post. There is a huge drag in the breeze at the moment here.
Yeah, very difficult to judge it at the moment. Ooh.
A free in for the Clarecastle men, and there's Liam Murray is in trouble here at the moment. Kevin Corrie is calling him out. Yellow card issued from Kevin, and a stern warning to him as well following that tackle, as Clarecastle now will have the opportunity to try and put themselves back in front. But I suppose if you had told Whitegate that after 25 minutes of the first half, playing into the breeze, that you'll either be level or a point down, they'd nearly have bit your hand off for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, they're doing the right things with the ball. They're some of the midfielders and their half back or half forward line are coming back collecting the ball. It's just that transition from the midfield to the full forward lines where they're having a couple of difficulties with it, but they seem to have come on top of it. Now, as rightly pointed out to us there a few minutes ago, Clarecastle do seem now to have pushed up and gone man on man, which has made a difference in the last 5 or 6 minutes there.
I suppose that's an indication of why Keane Galvin then was under the last puck out. The opportunity wasn't there for Andrew to go short. He had to go long. It held up in the breeze, and Galvin was the best man to read it.
Yeah, as we know, whether he's been told to it or not, I don't know, but he likes to sit back in that kind of +1 position, Keane Galvin, and collect a bit of loose ball and make them runs up forward, but has been told to shove forward up onto the Whitegate back line.
Rory O'Connell is back on his feet here at the moment. He's just replacing his helmet as it's the first, I suppose, scoreable free inside the 65 that we've had in the game. We'll follow and see where it goes. It's gone in from Paul O'Connell and straight over the bar. Clarecastle just nudging themselves back in front.
Yeah, great score, not an easy one in that win. Good stern strike on the ball, making sure it went straight through the middle.
Oh, Andrew trying to call his players back again. He's gone into the middle of 2 different Clarecastle defenders, but he does find Conor McDermott. McDermott decides to take it on. He's got options outside if he wants, but ball goes to ground, but they maintain that possession through Bogenberger. However, he's turned over. The ball goes to ground and into the hands of Harry Doherty. Doherty now shortens the grip. He's looking for Josh Brack. Brack is heading towards the 21. Ball in hand. He checks back in to make an angle. Can he get the strike off? Gives the hand pass. It's over. It's too high on this occasion, and Owen Quirk is going to mop those ones up all day as Ian Fahey clears for the Whitegate.
Yeah, very well scrambled defence by the Whitegate crowd there.
Kieran Keenan now trying to get it, but he's been followed by Keane Galvin. The ball breaking down. David Toohey tries to get underneath it. In comes the hurley though of Conor Whelan on this occasion. Conor plays it out over the line. It's going to be a Clarecastle line ball, and the McMahon over seems to be unsure with it, but I thought that Kevin Curry had indicated that it would be, and it did look from our position for it to be a Clarecastle ball.
I'm sure Andy knows where it's going back there, but just on the Whitegate defence running out with the ball, you have to understand it's not going to go right every time, but if they keep working it as they're doing very well at running out that ball normally.
Oisin Whelan now down over that ball. He gets it into his hand. He's taking on his man. He breaks the tackle. He's inside the 45. The strike is off. In it's going. But again, it's just saying out to the left-hand side. It is, I suppose, it's a huge learning in the first 26 minutes of striking into this breeze. And if there's one thing that Whitegate will be talking about in the dressing room at half-time, it'll be to try and not repeat that pattern.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he had a man inside him there. It's the hardest thing for a forward ever to do when he's on his own is pass the ball, but that's exactly what he should have done there. Give it to the man in the better position. Danny
Hines goes up underneath it. The ball breaks and Danny manages now. Gives a little flick pass over in front of Liam Murray, but Murray beaten to it by Aaron Hayes. Ball heading towards the sideline, but it just stays in play. The shoulder comes in there from Hines. He goes to ground. Catered up now on this occasion by the Whitegate men. They're looking ahead, shorten the grip on the edge of the sideline. Ball just falls out of the hands, and chasing for it there was Callum Fahey. Fahey is not going to get it, however, in this occasion, because there's a number of bodies around. The ball's still bobbling. It's still live as eventually Kevin Curry decides that he had blown the whistle before Keane Galvin came away with it, and it's going to be a throw-in as Kevin Curry is just going to have to get everybody up off the ground and safely away.
Again, just people shoving the weight around, nothing too extreme there at all.
Whitegate through Conor Whelan on this occasion, win that, working it forward into the hands of Kieran Keenan. Keenan now to the full forward line it goes. Stephen O'Halloran tried to get up there, but he's going to be beaten to it on this occasion by Paddy Burke. Burke leaving it behind him. Ronan Hayes now trying to get it. Ronan still down over it. Ronan has it up into the hand, lost it at the second attempt, back to ground, in nipping Evan Price. Price now goes to ground, pushing the back of Evan Price. It's going to be a free out for Clarecastle, but a small bit of panic in there for the last 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, it was. If you watch that pass again by Conor Whelan, he came around the Clarecastle man to pass it in front to invite. I can't remember which Whitegate player it was, but invited the Whitegate player to run onto it, which started that attack. Normally, you'd see a person trying playing the back, playing in defence, but Conor Whelan came around. It was a more difficult pass and give it inviting the attack on.
So Cian Broderick is going to have responsibility for this, as Evan Price is still receiving a bit of attention there on his left knee, but Kevin Curry says we're going to go ahead. So here comes that free from Keane. He's delivering it inside the 45. Out come looking for it on that occasion was Harry Doherty. Harry sees the ball break down in front. Paul O'Connell trying to nip in and win it on this occasion for Clarecastle. The ball is still there ahead of him, but there's a number of red and black jerseys in there trying to make sure that ball doesn't go into a Clarecastle hand, as we still have another stalemate inside around. There comes the ball, break it out, and it's mopped up there by Ian Fahey. Ian with the ball on his own 21 gives the clearance, but reading it all the way is Evan Price. Price coming forward, play is held up on this occasion, and it possibly going to be an indirect free when we get back underway, as Kevin Curry just calls for attention there to Conor Halpin, looks to be the injured party on the ground.
Yeah, he just went in to block the ball, and I think the swing of the hurley just caught him on the side of the head. Nothing malicious, nothing meaningful from Ian Fahey there at all, just pure accidental.
So he is back sitting up, but I suppose 1-3 to 7 points. We're hitting the 30-minute marker now. We're not sure exactly how much injury time is going to be played, but if you were the Clarecastle, I suppose, management heading into the dressing room here, you've only got the slenderest to lead, you're going playing into a big breeze. What's the message really that you're given?
At half time, is it?
Yeah.
More or less the same as what Whitegate is doing. You know, you have to run it up in that breeze. The only thing I'd say Clarecastle are not doing is feeding their full forward line. You know, they're having pot shots. If you watch it out from the wings, either side, it's not ideal in a win like that. You need to bring the ball. Even the last wide over here on the far side, away from us, he could have travelled 15 more yards with that ball, steadied himself up to have the shot. It's just, for me, feed your full forward line. That's what they're there for. And bring that ball into a more scoreable position, not out in the wings. It's not a day for it at all.
So Keane Galvin is going to take responsibility for this free. It is indirect, so he has to look for runners, and it is Paul O'Connell who makes the run. Paul goes to ground under pressure on that occasion from Conor McDermott. McDermott loses the hurley. Clarecastle have possession, however. They've got options outside if they want to take it on. You're not going to go. Oisin Whelan's taking on the shot, and Oisin's shot stays left and stays wide once more.
Yeah, unlucky. Seemed to be leaning back an awful lot to get that shot off. Maybe that was the difference between it going over the bar or not, but unlucky.
Andrew Fahey now is asking his players to go wide on this occasion. It's 31 and a half minutes gone here in Dr. Daly Park, as he's looking to go short in towards the centre. He opened the gap, finds his men, but there's three different Clarecastle men. Conversion on the one Whitegate player. The ball is still there, however, the numbers coming around. It's Clarecastle's Conor Halpin trying to get down over it. He loses his footing inside in the middle of it all. The ball is just kicked forward into Danny Hines' I suppose runway. Danny picks up the ball. He's trying to deliver it, looking for the players inside. Hayes gets a touch to it. He has the ball in his hand. He's on the 45. Looks for the movement. Well, all is going to break down here in front. The call just wasn't there, Conor. It was two Whitegate men down over that ball. If the call was given, the opportunity was there.
Oh, very, very unlucky. Great play by Ron Hayes. And what a ball. Kind of over his right-hand shoulder to give in.
Oh, on they go with Clarecastle now in possession through Josh Breck. Josh has the opportunity, he has the shot, and it's the story of the first half. It's that left hand post outside it and wide again.
Yeah, I think we're just counting up there. 11 wides, I think, and I'd say or 9, 10 of them on that left hand side maybe, you know.
And that is the half-time whistle here in Dr. Daly Park. So Clarecastle will head to the dressing room. They have 7 points on the board, but they have 11 chances gone astray on them. And on top of that, I suppose, the 3 goal chances as well during that first half. So it's a 1 point lead for them, and they'll have a lot of work to do against the Breeze in the second half.
Yeah, but don't forget, Whitegate had a couple of goal chances there in the first minute down inside. It's actually an evenly enough matched game, isn't it? I know you've taken into consideration Clarecastle, all the wides they've had, but you must also take into consideration the breeze they have as well. So again, it'll be interesting to see. You know, it is working for Whitegate coming out. Like I said to you, you have to understand that, you know, when you're doing that much playing with the ball, if you want to say it like that, coming out, you are going to make a mistake or two. It's just that, and in fairness, the scramble defence coming back, they've been very good. Anytime the ball is going to ground, they seem to be coming out of it in that half back line. Again, from a Clarecastle point of view, you would have to be disappointed enough with that first half. Even when the ball goes into the back line there, when it goes in low, they look to be in a small bit of bother. Paddy Burke, Ronan Hayes especially, is performing very well up there.
Yeah, and I suppose the one thing from Clarecastle's point of view, we spoke about the youth that they have on their side, so it might actually suit them better to carry the ball into the teeth of this win in the second half than maybe going direct as they have been doing in the first 30.
Yeah, might suit them better to get a bit more confidence on the ball, running with the ball. You know, the more time you have with the ball in your hand, the more confident you are with it.
And with that, we'll let you enjoy the highlights of that first half here from Dr. Daly Park. Join us in little under 10 minutes' time when we'll have throw-in to find out who the first team into the TUS Clare Intermediate Hurling Final for 2025 will be. Maintain possession. Here comes the strike. In it goes. It's in. It's over the bar. And open come. Here comes the strike. In it goes. We watch for the umpire. That's in. It's down over the ball into the hand at the second occasion. He has the strike. He's the breeze behind him. Distance is no problem. Accuracy is no problem. And they want to look for it. Here comes the delivery. Colin Brigdale giving it straight into the hands there of Conor Halpin. Halpin steadies himself. Gets the strike and straight into his full forward line. It goes. The ball breaking there. Looking for it as Ronan Hayes. Ronan Hayes has it. Shortens the grip. In it goes. Oh, Josh Brack blocked down under pressure but manages to get the ball back. Here comes the hand pass out. Another opportunity for the Clarecastle men. In it goes from Paulers at low and straight in front there of Ronan Hayes. It breaks inside. Hayes has an opportunity. Goal chance. It's a and in. And Whitegate find himself forward on this occasion through Evan Price. Price gives the offload into the hands of Halpin. Conor Halpin with the strike. Conor Halpin with the score. Takes some space. He's got past four of them. The hand pass goes looking for Hayes. Hayes gets the strike. And what a movement that was from Kieran Anderson. Got past halfway back onto the hurley. He's inside the 65, straight in front of the goals. If there's one man you don't want to give a puck out on this field, scoreable free inside the 65 that we've had in the game. We'll follow and see where it goes. It's gone in from Paul O'Connell and straight over the bar. Clarecastle. as the Clarecastle men make their way from the dressing room, Kevin Corrie is in situ in the middle of the field, so we're just awaiting the introduction of the Whitegate lads. And I suppose looking around, it doesn't seem like there's any changes on the team, and positional wise, very much as they finished that half there, Conor.
Yeah, we see the rain coming down as well now. That's going to have a bearing on it, whether the wind stays as high or not.
Whitegate now, you can hear by the clap down below us, making their way out. They come out onto the field with the wind behind their back for the next 30 minutes. But sometimes, as we've seen in the first half, having the wind and playing with this, I suppose the rain now that's going to come with it as well, it can be just as difficult from a shooting point of view as it is into the breeze. Yeah,
and it's a kind of a misty rain too, you know. It's the kind of worst rain you want as a hurler. Hard to see into, hard to grip the hurley, the whole lot.
Conor Whelan making his way to wing forward for this half. Kieran Keenan has gone out around the midfield. He's marking Keane Galvin once again here in the middle as Kevin Corrie has the ball in his hand. And in it goes, the ball breaking here to Oisín Whelan behind. Oisín has possession. He's got runners off the shoulder if he wants them. Hand in over the shoulder. Advantage being played as he gets the ball off into the hands of Paul O'Connell. But we're going to come back. There's no advantage accruing, and it's going to be an early chance for Keane Galvin to see what he can do with his opening free of the second half into the breeze.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see now where this free goes. I presume he's going to have the distance knowing he's shooting power. So
he is on the halfway line, however, and we saw with Conor Whelan, who is an equal, I suppose, master at the strike of the ball, that his one dropped just outside the 5 metre box. So we'll see where exactly Keane's one can end up. He's more or less dead straight in front of the goal, standing on the halfway line. He steps back, here comes the strike, in it goes, it's drifting, it's not going to have the distance, it breaks around the 13, up goes Doherty looking for it, Harry can't get it, Ian Fahey now trying to get in the end of it, Oisín Whelan has it at the end of all of that. Oisín started the play here at the start of the second half. He ends this, I suppose, spell of it with a point on the board, pushing Clarecastle out into a 2-point lead.
Yeah, a nice little pirouette there, and had a shot. I don't think he even looked at the goal, so it was a great score.
Andrew Fahey steps back, he's going long, but this one looks like it's over his half-back line into the hands of Stephen O'Halloran. Stephen has time to take 2 or 3 touches before he manages to get it up into his hand. Looks for Evan Price in front of him. Price goes in towards the centre. They're attacking now through Aaron Hayes. Here comes Hayes beyond the 65, delivers it low, looking for a bit of movement inside. Out there was Quirk. Quirk couldn't get it up into his hand. Ball breaks back into the hands there of James Doherty, and James gets the strike, but it comes back into Andrew Fahey. Luckily enough, Andrew just staying alert, gets the ball into his hand and delivers it long down on top of Keane Galvin. Keane coming out, gathers the ball, takes on Conor Whelan, breaks free, looks for the runner there of Colin Brigdale. Here's Brigdale inside the 65, he's got 3 players inside him. There's the layoff, it's into Doherty with the flick. It's Harry Doherty this time, not James, as Whitegate once more gathering that ball through Dylan White, and Dylan playing it over into the hands there of Mikey Bogenberger. Berger is delivering it into the runners there of Conor Whelan. Conor Whelan now is going to take on the strike. In it goes. It's going to have the distance. It's not going to have the accuracy. The lessons weren't learned, I suppose, from Clarecastle in the first 30 minutes. It always started out to the left and it finished there as well.
Yeah, another shot up the top goals, finishing out on the left hand side.
Colin Brigdale going low in front of his half forward line. Paul O'Connell comes out looking for it. O'Connell has the ball in his hand, manages to get it back here in front of his full back line as they go and steady themselves, delivering it into the hands of the new man in. That's Doherty. James Doherty. James has the strike, and James has a point at the end of that with the aid of the post.
Just about. What a great pick up here right in front of us with Paul O'Connell. Grabbed the ball as it was going out over the line, grabbed it in a kind of a claw action. Great pick up.
And we're just trying to make out exactly who it was that made way at half time. James Doherty is there. Josh Brack is the one who's made way from wing forward. So James is in at corner forward, point on the board in the opening 3 minutes as that ball breaks down behind Evan Price once more. Price was looking for Keane Galvin. The ball goes over their head. In nips Hayes. Here comes Ronan. Has 1-2 on the board from the first half. He's going forward. Keane Galvin keeping him under pressure. Hayes goes to ground. No free is what's called. Okay, and he still has the ball. Now he's looking. Here's the hand pass off into the hands there of Finn Madden. Here's Madden. He goes low. Side netting, however.
Unlucky. Again, Ronan Hayes causing all sorts of problems up there, dragging the Clarecastle back line over to the right hand side, which freed up some from Whitegate to come make that run through the middle, which they did.
Puck out going short, looking there for Colin Brigdale. Brigdale has the ball, he's on the 65, on the halfway, the runners are ahead. That's exactly where he's going to, into the hands there of Rory O'Connell. Rory now takes on the strike. This one is going in, but it's going to the left and going wide.
Yeah, poor enough strike there. Should have got a better strike in that ball.
Oh, we're back underway straight away. Kieran Keenan just can't get it up into his hands. Then he loses his footing as Keane Galvin nips in for Clarecastle. Here come the Magpies. Through they come beyond the 65. Keane is looking for runners. He decides to take the shot after Hurley, but this one is going right and it's going wide. And no one needs to say anything to Keane. The shake of the head was enough.
Yeah, shake of the head says it all in that one. Made a great run. Could have possibly popped it off to someone again in a better position, but opted to shoot himself.
Caelan Fahey now trying to get down over it. He can't get it up into his hand though. However, because in there was David Toohey. Toohey goes to ground. He's fouled on this occasion. It's going to be a free out and an opportunity now for Keane Galvin maybe just to steady down the pace a little bit. We've had Helter Skelter opening 5 minutes to this half. Whitegate haven't managed to register one, but I suppose from Clarecastle's point of view, they've eked this lead out to 3.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth there with the Helter Skelter. I think Whitegate need to just slow this down a bit. Clarecastle are getting on top. Clarecastle seem to thrive when the game is going at 100 miles an hour. I think Whitegate just need to calm down here a small bit and keep it there.
Oh, Shane Whelan has no hurley, but he's got the feet over the ball to try and make sure the Whitegate men don't have it. On this occasion, though, he doesn't do enough to get it off him, and it gets the ball back as far as Conor McDermott. McDermott delivers it long. He was looking there for Paddy Burke inside. Burke now, he flicks it up high, but he does get it up into his hand. Creates a bit of space. He's looking for Fahey. Fahey, however, though, can't win it. So in there for the Clarecastle men, it looks to be Philip as he gets it out here in front of Price. Evan now has time, goes in towards the centre. Rory O'Connell gets the hurley to it, runs on, flicks it ahead of himself, down over it. Rory gives the hand pass off to Oisin Whelan. Whelan now has a point on the board. Is he going to take on his second opportunity? He's on the sideline. He's 40 metres out. Here it comes in. Now we're watching to see. The umpire is looking up above his own head. It stays right and it stays wide.
Yeah, what a great flick by Paddy Burke up here in the corner, out over the head. And the Whitegate men, instead of flicking with the hurley, just put it into your hand. You have it straight away.
Score remains 9 points for Clarecastle. It's 1-3 for Whitegate. Long and direct down the centre goes Andrew as that ball breaks there around the 21. Stephen O'Halloran decides to leave it to Colin Brigdale. Brigdale goes down over it. He's under pressure there from Ronan Hayes. Manages to make that bit of room. Gets it out in front of Evan Price. Here comes Price. He just lets it straight in front of that full forward line. It's Doherty coming looking for it. James trying to get down over it. He has the ball in the hand. James has a score on the board in the opening half, or the opening period of this half. Now he has 2 in his 6 minutes since his introduction.
Yeah, great score. I'm not sure what Whitegate are going to have to do with the puck outs because they're not landing as long as they were in the first half. And Kevin Curry was just noting down the score, so Andrew Fahey went that little bit too quick on this occasion for him. We're just waiting for the return of the slitter back, but I suppose if there's one way to make an impact, playing into that breeze, put in the full forward line, and you have 2 points on the board in 6. Absolutely.
Ball into the hands of Danny Hines for Whitegate. Here comes he over the shoulder. He's put it in front of that full forward line. They have the opportunity. Here's the opening chance of the second half for the Whitegate men. Callum Fahey, the one who caught it, and Callum Fahey, the one who finished it.
Simple sport sometimes. Get the ball from the back to the front, into the hand and over the bar.
1-4 now for Whitegate, 10 points for Clarecastle. It's Keane Broderick who's been asked questions of with this puck out. He's gone as far as Evan Price. Price loses his foot and he's under pressure there from Danny Hines. Still has it though, however, looks in towards Aaron Hayes. Hayes with the ball is going to open up the play towards Keane Galvin. Keane goes down over it. He's got options out in front of him. That's exactly where he goes with it. Clarecastle on the attack here through Brigdale once more. Colin looking ahead. He's coming up to the 45. No Whitegate jersey coming towards him. He decides to give the offload into O'Connell. The strike goes in from Paul and it's over the bar.
Yeah, Clarecastle have to work harder up in their forward line to stop that ball coming out. It's coming out way too easy up there. Even if they learn from Clarecastle, remember Clarecastle shoved up on Whitegate and it's at that point Clarecastle got on top in the first half.
Puck out once more for Andrew. He's looking in here for Kieran Keenan. Keenan has the ball in his hand. He's inside the 65. He's fouled, but play goes on. It goes as far as Callum. Callum back as far as Hines. Hines takes on the strike. Advantage was being played. There was nothing to lose, but we don't need to come back because he split the posts.
Yeah, had the advantage, so have a pop, and what a pop it was. Great score.
just keeps that margin at 3 points here at the moment. It's a Clarecastle 11, it's Whitegate 1-5, and we've seen a completely different intensity in the opening 8 minutes of this second half. Down on top of James Doherty again. James coming out looking for it, just can't get it up into his hand. Instead, it's going to be Dylan White who has it for Whitegate. He's got options in on Quirk. Quirk has it. White was fouled, however, goes to ground, and it'll give us a chance to all have a little bit of a breather as Andrew Fahey makes his way from goal.
Yeah, exactly what you want to see from a defender. Try come out with that ball at first. If you must go back, then go back. Lucky enough to get the free, I would have said, but however, free it is.
And Conor Whelan told Andrew to make his way back in. He's going to stand over this one. He's just inside his own 45. He's only about 15 in off the sideline here at the moment. So Breeze at the back. He's obviously confident. He has the distance. But it's going to be the direction is the biggest thing that we're going to watch from here. So here comes Conor standing on his own 45. That ball is up. It does have the distance. It does have the accuracy. He made the right call. He sent the goalie back in and he said, I'll make sure of this one.
At one stage I think the sliotar went above the stand here. I couldn't even see it went so high, but what a score. Monster score.
And that reduces the gap back down to 2. Clarecastle had a 4-point lead a minute and a half ago. Back to 2 now. Whitegate 1-6. Clarecastle 11 points. Keane Broderick looking for that half forward line as he get that puck out. But up there looking for on that occasion was Liam Murray. He just breaks it down. It's Whitegate possession once more into Mikey Bogenberger. Bogenberger now gets it onto the runner. Here they come. Opportunity to present itself. But on this occasion, Finn Madden decided not to take it on. With the Breeze at the back, you thought the chance was there for him.
Oh yeah, have a go straight in front of the goals. Someone should be taunting him. Have a pop.
Ball breaking out. Whitegate's still there, but it's going to be Clarecastle possession. Stephen O'Halloran has it for them. Here come the Magpies up to the 45, looking for O'Connell. He peeled off, but on this occasion Ian Fahey broke it down, but O'Connell gets it again. He's looking now for Rory on this occasion. Rory leaves it back to Paul again. Paul with the ball in his hand. He's blocked down under pressure. Kieran Keenan trying to nip in. It's into the hands of Rory O'Connell. Rory blocked down. There's a number of different red and black jerseys trying to roll lifted here at the moment, and we'll try it and see. It's Quirk who comes away with it. Quirk looking back. He has that bit of room, and that is, I suppose, that bit of experience. He didn't panic, spotted the free man out and delivered that ball down on top of Hines. An opportunity here now for him. Running onto it on this occasion was Colin Fahey, but he's turned over. Stephen O'Halloran once more on the 45. Crossfield ball. High and long it goes. Up they all go for it. The ball breaking down here. Looking for it on that occasion was Paul O'Connell for Clarecastle. He doesn't manage to get it in. Ball still bobbling around in the ground. Here comes Price. Evan goes in, wins it, gives the ball in here now in front of Harry Doherty. Harry taking on his man, which is Ian Fahey. He steps back, delivers it. James is on the move. Up goes the hand. Can he get it? He can't. It goes to ground on this occasion. It's kicked back towards Andrew Fahey. Andrew won't thank his full back line for that one, but he does manage to mop it up, Conor.
She's not sure over that pass back, but Fahey did very, very well to take the hand, and now we've Whitegate on the attack again.
Colin Fahey is turned over once more by Stephen O'Halloran. Gets it as far as Price. Price is on the 45, looking for the full forward line, delivers it in. There's a race for possession over there towards Conor McDermott. McDermott goes to ground. James Doherty is trying to get it there. James has it in the hand. He's somehow managed to get it. He kicks it. We'll wait and see, but that one is a free in. Advantage being played. Pulling the jersey there. There was probably no doubt whatsoever on it. An easy chance now you would expect for Paul O'Connell to try and restore the 3-point lead.
Yeah, what a great passage of play. Up and down, the ball went up and down the field 2 or 3 times there. I think when the ball goes to ground down here, Whitegate are very good at getting in and getting that ball out.
It's going to be Paul O'Connell, as we say. He's just drying off the sliotar here at the moment. He's on the 21. He's about 10 metres or so just outside the big square, and you'd expect a man of his experience that he's going to notch his 4th. He has 2 from play, 1 from freeze. We wait for the white flag to be raised. That's exactly what happens. 2 from play, 2 from freeze for Paul today.
Yeah, important now Whitegate get back onto that scoreboard. They need a point or two just to stay in touch.
Sharp puck out once more as far as Liam Murray. Murray now delivering it long and across. He's looking for Whelan. Connor goes up. The ball breaks down. He's 3 attempts at rising it. He can't get it up into his hand. So Rory O'Connell comes in and says, I'll take care of that for Clarecastle. Gives the hand pass as far as Colin Brigdale. Brigdale now is inside the 65. He's got runners if he wants to use them. He decides to go himself. Here comes the Brigdale. Now he gives the pass. But it's a late tackle there after the pass. It's a free in and another opportunity now for Clarecastle to see. And the problem here is Liam Murray is on a yellow card and Kevin Curry looks to have the book out here, Conor.
Yeah, he'll be lucky to escape this one, I think. Now, there was no malice in the tackle is the only thing that will save him, and the fact that he got the ball. it's
a big call here now for
50-50.
Kevin. He is putting the hands up in the air. He is apologising. The question is it enough for a talking to? No, it looks like he's the hands on the head as Kevin continues to talk with him. So a big call going to be made here as we have just 16 and a half minutes or so. It's a second yellow, so it is a red, and Whitegate will have to see this game out with 14.
Yeah, you can't blame the referee for giving it. Like, the only factor was he did touch the ball. He was going in for the ball, but probably is a yellow going by it. So referee gets it right.
So opportunity here now for Paul O'Connell to try and stretch that lead out to 4 again. They had a 4-point lead 6 minutes into this second half. Whitegate had brought them back to 2, but if they can convert this latest free, they're back out to that 4 again. So it's 1-6 for Whitegate, it's 12 for Clarecastle. As the opportunity coming here now for O'Connell. Here goes the strike, straight in, straight over the black spot. It's his 3rd pointed free, it's his 5th of the day, and Clarecastle now 4 points in front.
Yeah, Galvin gone free as would have been expected. Important Whitegate keep an eye on him. Can't afford to leave him free and get free ball.
Andrew Fahey is going straight down the centre. Right, that ball, it breaks down into the hands there of Finn Madden. Midden now tried to get it away, but Madden can't free up the hands. He's been held on this occasion. It is a free in. It's going to be a chance now for Conor Whelan. Bit of back chat there on this occasion from the cornerback. And Kevin Curry says, I'm not going to be listening to that, lads. I'll just move it on in.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. A bit of frustration boiling over there. Very good run out to come in and collect the ball by Finn Madden as well. Seems to be well up for today. Got held up by Clarecastle. Touch and go again. Whether you could have given the free either way, being honest. But Whitegate get rewarded. Important now that they put this firstly over the bar and win that puck out and get back up the field.
So Conor Whelan, he's about 30 metres out from goal as we look at it here. He's more or less dead straight in front of it. Steps back, here goes the strike, straight in, straight over the bar from Conor. And he does reduce that gap back to 3 points. Clarecastle 12, Whitegate 1-7. And really, I suppose, as we hit just over the 15-minute marker here, Clarecastle will be by far happier with their performance here in the second half.
Yeah, but it's similar in the first half. Took Whitegate a little while to get into the game and take control.
Ball delivered straight in. Keane Galvin is trying to read it there. He doesn't manage to get to it, but he does break it back into the hands there of Philippe as he comes out. He's looking outside him for Brigdale has it. High tackle around the shoulder on this occasion. Play goes on, however. Hand passed it over there and we're going to come back. No advantage accruing is what it was. Aaron Hayes had possession, but on this occasion Kevin Curry decided there was nothing going to accrue from it. So it's going to be a free and an opportunity here for Keane Galvin to set up Clarecastle's latest attack.
Yeah, interesting enough. I'm just looking at, a couple of the Whitegate forwards there. They're trying to put the one hand down and just flick it up, and it's not coming up. They've tried it a few times. At some stage, you must go, look, get down over the ball, secure possession first, and then make it run. Like, I know they're trying to flick it up so they're gone immediately, but they must get possession into their hand first.
Here goes the free straight in front of Doherty. James just can't get it up into the hand. It breaks behind. Looking for it on that occasion is Ian Fahey for Whitegate. He gives it as far as Conor Whelan. Can he keep it in play? He can't on this occasion. He did at the first attempt. He couldn't at the second. Too much pressure on him. Out over the sideline. Possession back to Clarecastle once more.
Yeah, needs an option though. Needs a runner coming forward. Whitegate lads looking up, standing up, no good. Needs a runner coming off his shoulder.
Oisin Whelan has the ball here at the moment. He's looks like he's getting a bit of notification from behind him with regards to what to do in it, but Oisin is just going to step back. He's looking for a bit of movement. He's now trying to judge that breeze, so he's thinking about cutting it in. Dalo has a little word in his ear, so we'll see if it's a word of magic or not. It is in, it is curling, it is over the bar as Dalo clinches the fists and gives that thump of the fist towards the crowd to make sure that the Magpies crowd get behind him.
Yeah, Wynn caught it lovely and brought it in, but what a great score.
Puck out long down there straight in front of Finn Madden. Finn can't get it up into his hand, into Aaron Hayes instead. Hayes now looks for Keane Galvin. Keane Galvin plays that hand pass out open. Colin Brigdale went looking for it, but instead it's back in towards Keane. It comes into his hand. He steadies himself. He's looking for the free players. He goes cross field with it, delivering it straight on top of that half forward line. Out came James Doherty. He batted it down, but it comes as far as Oisin Whelan. Whelan trying to get free. He does get free. He gets the strike off. He's a sideline 30 seconds ago. This one is gone right and gone wide.
I'm not sure was it wide before or after it went over the bar, but it was certainly very close. Very, very close.
So ball straight down into the corner for Paddy Burke to go chasing for Whitegate. But it's going to be Paddy all the way out over that sideline. It's going to be ball back to Clarecastle. Keane Galvin was looking for a quick, but instead it's going to be Colin Brigdale who will make his way all the way back to the 21 metre line, and he'll take responsibility for this one and try and make sure that Clarecastle maintain possession in that half of the field.
Yeah, but all the hurling Clarecastle are doing, they haven't got rid of Whitegate just yet. If Whitegate managed to sneak a goal here, like they're only 3 points behind, there's 12, 13 minutes left. Loads to play for here yet in this game.
So Colin Brigdale now is it's actually Kevin Curry. Looks like he's having a word with somebody there at the moment. It's the sideline over by the Whitegate side of it. So obviously a couple of words were said over on the far side. Jim Hickey wasn't slow on coming in. He informed Kevin, who's dealt with it, and we're back underway now from Colin Brigdale. Cuts it down towards the halfway line. The ball breaking behind, looking for this Conor Whelan. Whelan can't get it up into his hand. Can't get it there at the second attempt either. In now into Rory O'Connell. Rory O'Connell with possession. Runners in fright. Here it is to Oisín. Oisín's inside the 21. He's going taking it on. Andrew Fahey has to get the hurley to it. Puts it over the bar. And that lead leaks out to 4 again. 1-7 now for Whitegate. It's 14 points for Clarecastle.
Yeah, great decision to take his point there as opposed to taking it on.
Turned over once more is Keenan. Keenan now gets it as far as Keane Galvin. Galvin as far as O'Connell. O'Connell with the offload to Brigdale. Brigdale up to the 45. He's straight in front of the goals. Here it comes in. It's gone in. It's gone to the right hand side and gone wide. It's a wide ball here once more for Clarecastle, but they stay in front. Andrew delivering it long now. He's looking for Keenan once more. Here's Kieran, has the ball. He's halfway there at the moment. He's delivering that ball over in front of Hayes. Hayes comes out. He gets us early to it, but Aaron Hayes gets it for Clarecastle. He's looking for players here in the middle. He's trying to get the ball there at the moment out as far as Danny Hines. Hines has it. He's looking to get it off. Here comes the strike. In it goes. It's over the bar. Danny Hines again with his third of the afternoon, just reducing that gap back. 15 points to Clarecastle. 1-8 for Whitegate.
Yeah, again, just getting that point, staying in touch. Very, very important. Clarecastle seem to have the run in the last 5 minutes, but just keep that ball, keep having shots, keep scoring your points, and a chance will come.
Substitution coming on the Whitegate side as we'll keep an eye to see who it is that's going to make way. It looks like Kieran Keenan is the man that has been called ashore. So Kieran is, it is indeed Kieran, the one who's been called ashore. And into the action there comes Harry Bogenberger. So Harry will have an opportunity in the last 10 minutes or so here to try and make an impact and I suppose get Whitegate on the front foot. 4 points down, 10 to go here. Out it goes as far as Evan Price. He's better. First attempt he managed to keep it in play. When he went to grab it, it went back in under the legs. It is going to be possession to the Whitegate lads, and with 10 minutes to go they'll need to start notching a run here.
Yeah, very unlucky there. Just lost possession of it at a crucial time. Good substitution, I think, by the Whitegate side. Clarecastle seem to have a little bit of run in the middle. No harm, fresh legs coming in there.
So Conor Whelan is going to be the one that takes control of it here. He's putting it down just outside the 45 metre line. He's steadied himself up, as we said in the first half. We've seen him cut him from all angles before. This one, however, it does have the distance. It was never going coming in, and he tried to judge it, to be fair, that it would be blown left. It just kept going straight out to the right and out wide.
Yeah, it just didn't get that cut to bring it across to the left that you needed for that wind to take it. It seemed to go straight, funny enough, out right and wide.
Oisín Whelan puts up the ball once more. He gathers the ball inside his own 65. Ball goes to ground. It's Danny Hines trying to roll lift it up in there for Whitegate, but it's Clarecastle's possession. Here they come, forward they come, all the way. Possession lost, but gathered again once more by Toohey. Toohey now out as far as Price. Evan blocked out on this occasion by that new man in with Harry. Harry got the blocked out. Manages to get it as far as the 21 metre line. There's a flick, but it's a flick as far as Clarecastle. It's going to be an opportunity here for them. Here comes Halpin. Shortens the grip of the stick. In it goes, and to me that was over the bar, but it doesn't matter because Kevin Curry has said advantage will be played. A tap across the helmet there of Halpin as he was taking the shot. So we're going to come back. It's going to be a free in, and it's going to be an opportunity for Paul O'Connell to extend the lead out that little bit more for Clarecastle.
Yeah, I think it was Ian Fahey gave the flick across there. I could see what he was trying to do, just misjudged it and gives the opportunity over to Clarecastle now of a free.
So here comes Paul. He's steadied himself down again.
He's 30 metres out as that strike comes in. It goes straight in, straight over the bar. It is another one for him. It's a third pointed free of the second half. It is his sixth in total. Clarecastle now edging that little bit closer, possibly towards the TUS intermediate. Clare hurling final of 2025 as that ball breaks down there towards the 45 metre line. Trying to win it on this occasion is Fahy. He manages to give the hand pass, but it only goes straight out over the line, straight in front of the Clarecastle dugout, and that's met with cheers from that side.
Yeah, did very well to win it back in the first instance, and then just, you know, giving away that possession cheaply, like you cannot do it, especially with so little time left. Whitegate need every ball up in that forward line.
Oh, it's the Clarecastle men and Oisin Whelan who's going to take responsibility for it, straight in front of his own dugout here at the moment. He steps back, he's cutting it down in front of O'Connell. It's Rory trying to get it up into his hand, but the ball goes out over the sideline. It's a line ball again on the opposite 45 this time, and it's to Whitegate on this occasion. As they look, they have options if they want to go quickly. That's what they're going to do, but it's gone too far behind Cork. In nipping is Paul O'Connell. Is he going to be able to win it for Clarecastle? He's not, but Harry Doherty is there instead. Doherty has it. He's taking on his man. He tries to break the tackle. Back around comes Cork, gets a boot to the ball. There's a race for possession here, and I suppose that Whitegate they're being punished here at the moment, Conor, for those loose passes.
Yeah, just loose passes going astray. Like I said, that ball is vital. Keep it to hand.
Clarecastle in possession through Big Dale once there. Here comes Colin. He's inside the 45. He's runners ahead if he wants them. He decides to carry it to the 21. He's heading towards the in line, cutting in across. He's inside. He's got options outside him if he wants. He's still on the go. And in on that occasion was Mikey Bogenberger. Got the hurley in, got the flick to it. And Whitegate now have possession. They have to work it from their own in line. Here they come up towards the 21. Driving out. He calling for the free was Conor Whelan. That's exactly what it is. They're on their own 21. Ian Fahy doesn't want to wait. Andrew Fahy comes and says, get out, leave it to me, I'll go along. So here goes Andrew. He's stepping back all the time, but you look back at the positioning of the players. Clarecastle, two free men, one in front of the half back line, one behind the full back line. As that ball breaking in, it's looking for the run there on that occasion of Fahy, but Callum isn't going to be able to get it. He's turned the other way, so it's Clarecastle out as far as Evan Price once more. Price working it here, out it come through the 21 metre line. The ball up towards the 45 into the hands of Conor Whelan. Conor Whelan on his own 65. Here's the strike, is in, and this one is gone in. It's gone to the right and gone wide.
Wasn't much in it, but we know they've got change in the first half. That's him letting that ball into Ronan Hayes. Like, I don't think he's seen a ball in the last 10 or 15 minutes. A good ball, direct ball into him. Let that ball into him. They're going to need a goal, I think, to win this game.
Oh, Cian Broderick once more. He's been told to hold it up because there's a number of changes, it looks like, happening here on the Whitegate side, as it looks like it's Callum Fahy who's being called ashore. So Callum is making his way towards the sideline there at the moment, and in his place is Cian McDermott. So Cian in a corner forward for the remaining 5 minutes or so that we're going to have to play.
Yeah, like I said, I think if I'm Whitegate, I just want to get that ball into Ronan Hayes. He seems to be the man on fire today for them. Get that ball in, that's a good chance of winning the game.
And it is blocked down there by the Hines on this occasion. Here comes Hines. He nips down over, has the ball. Now he's looking across. He puts it straight across the 21. Up they all go. The ball is going to break down. Where's it going to break? It's into Cian Galvin, and Cian Galvin mops it up. He looks outside him, gets that ball out here in front. Here they come forward through Toohey at the moment. Toohey just loses possession. It's going to be back to Conor Whelan. Conor Whelan has it, gives the hand pass to Fahy. Here's Fahy, pop little pass here through the middle. Now opportunity here now for them to attack through Mikey Bogenberger. Bogenberger, however, 4 different Magpie jerseys around them. They get the work in, they turn the ball over, and Rory O'Connell comes free from him.
Yeah, just got overcrowded, didn't realise the man was coming behind him and flicked it away.
James Doherty has it on the sideline here at the moment. He's managed to keep the ball in play, trying to win that ball. It's still there for him. It goes out, eventually out over the sideline. It's a line ball. It's a line ball for Whitegate, but the Clarecastle men won't be too worried about that. We've 2.5 minutes of normal time to go here. They have that lead at the moment. It's 16 points to 1-8, 16 points to 11, a 5-point lead with, I suppose, 2.5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, it looks unlikely at this stage, but the only hope they have is getting it up into the square. We mustn't forget the Whitegate are down a man as well, so a big task ahead of him.
That cut is straight as far as Oisin. Oisin now gathers it. There's nobody inside, so he delivers it. The ball is going to hold up inside. It's going to be Conor Halpin. Halpin with the pass. This could finish it. It's Doherty. He flicks it in over the head. and Dalo jumps for joy down below us on the sideline. That nearly confirms it. The Magpies are heading to the TUS Clare Intermediate Hurling Final for 2025. It's now 116 to 1-8. 2 minutes to play here, Conor.
Yeah, that's a game. Whitegate defender, I think it's Dylan White, just seemed to lose the ball. I don't know, he was looking up into the sky, just didn't seem to know where it was. A runner came from Clarecastle. Game, set and match, I think, at this stage.
And you must credit, I suppose, the management of Clarecastle. They made 2 changes. They've had a huge impact here. Oisin Whelan, the amount of ball he's been on in the second half, and James Doherty 1-2 on the board.
Oh yeah, serious contributions from the substitutions that come on.
Ball dropping in, trying to get there on this occasion is Keane. Keane now trying to get his first touch. McDermott, though, however, he's gone to ground. It looks like he's hurt himself, and he's wrenching around in pain there at the moment as play goes on. It comes there as far as Harry Doherty. Harry on the way forward. He's on the 45. He's coming towards the 65. He's got runners off the shoulder if he wants them. Instead, he continues on, shortens the grip, tried to get the strike off, but he's blocked down on this occasion. Here comes Quirk. In he goes. He mops it up, works the ball as far as Conor Whelan. Conor Whelan now on his own 65, he's dropping it in, but Clarecastle are not alone, down 1 man up there at the moment. They're down 2 because of that injury to Keane McDermott, and Clarecastle able to just mop it up, get the ball here as far as Conor Ralph. Conor Ralph looking for Doherty once more. Doherty coming looking for it. The gander is up now. He's 1-2 on the board already. He swivels back as far as the 21. He gets the strike in, but it just drops into the hands of Andrew Fahey. But Clarecastle won't mind that too much. 8 points up as we hit the 60 minutes here, Conor.
Yeah, ball in. Keane Galvin coming out of it again. Just Clarecastle are punishing Whitegate now at the minute with that spare man. You know, the legs seem to be a bit tired now for Whitegate. Clarecastle doing all the running straight down through the middle.
Rory O'Connell with that ball. He's coming towards the 45 again. He's got options ahead, but he decides to carry. Ian Fahey gives the flick, an illegal flick across the elbow, and with that, he's not alone going to take 30 seconds off it, but he's also going to give Clarecastle another opportunity to try and extend that lead out that little bit more. 116, and I suppose the big thing we spoke about at a half time with them being possibly a running team playing better into the breeze. 7 points is all they managed at the end of the first 30 minutes with the breeze at the back. They've won 9 so far in this half.
Yeah, Whitegate just didn't seem to have an answer for them. Like, you know, countless times Clarecastle man has ran straight down through that middle. You know, Whitegate look a bit leggy there near the end, especially with the man down. You know, very, very difficult to come against them. Clarecastle look a very, very fit team.
Here goes the strike, in it goes. That 1-9 becomes 1-10 for the second half. It's 1-17 now for Clarecastle. It's 1-8 for the Whitegate men as the crowd start to disperse from here. We've 61 minutes gone in Dr. Daly Park as Ian Fahey blocked down under pressure, but he manages to get it back. He's looking for some runners out in front of him. They're going to present themselves there through Harry Bogenberger on this occasion. Harry now gets it out in front of White. White now gives the flick. He was looking for the run of Conor Whelan, but in on that occasion nipped Owen Wallace. Owen Wallace blocks it down over the sideline, and I suppose you can see that difference in attitude here at the moment. Every Magpie man is playing for their jersey in county final day. The Whitegate, they've nearly consoled themselves to the fact that their year is finishing.
Yeah, just what we spoke about. The word that came to my mind was confidence. You know, once they have the confidence, they all seem to go over the bar.
Here they come, up they come into the 21 at the moment. Gets the strike off one hand. Here's Doherty again. 1-1 on the board. 1-2 on the board. Super sub is all you can say. He has brought Clarecastle all the way to it. 2-17 now for Clarecastle. 1-8 for Whitegate. And with that, we'll just see. Kevin Curry says, no, we're going to play on. So they'll have a bit longer before we get the full confirmation. But looking at that second half performance, they'll really take confidence from this one.
Yeah, like I said, they look a very fit team. So, you know, and they have the substitutions that are coming in, making it. What a difference them substitutions have made coming in. I don't know what the total tally is for the 2 subs that come on there, or the few subs that come on, but
2-5. Oisin Whelan has 3 points, 2 from playing a sideline cut, and then 2-2 from James Doherty.
What a contribution from the bench, you know. I mean, if you're getting that from lads coming in off the bench, you're winning most games.
It's ball back in here. Doherty trying to get down over it again. James has it in the hand. He's got movement outside him. He's looking inside. Gives the pass. Another chance. Another, is it? I think that's the back of the net. We're waiting to see. Yeah, it is indeed. It's Paul O'Connell that time. But made and created once more by that substitute, James Doherty.
It was a great ball across, but the skill to trap it down into his hand.
And there it is, confirmation that Clarecastle are heading to the TUS Clare Intermediate Hurling Final in 2 weeks' time. They will play the winners of the second semi-final in Gorteen in little over an hour or so's time. But scoreline in the end, 3-17 to 1-8. We spoke about how happy they would have been scoring 1-9 at one stage there as we headed towards 60 minutes. They finished with 3-10 in the second half, and I suppose that is the biggest difference. 1-3 against the breeze for Whitegate, 3-10 against the breeze for Clarecastle.
Yeah, again, Whitegate, they kind of went away from using their full forward line, The full forward line was doing a lot of damage in the first half, and a bit like Clarecastle in the first half, really. Clarecastle didn't use their full forward line, really. But, Whitegate shouldn't be too dispirited over. It was a great performance, great battling performance. Might have been lacking a small bit of quality as regards putting the ball over the bar. Clarecastle just seemed to have the edge in it, seemed to have that bit of fitness on them, really. But Clarecastle are definitely contenders going into that final.
Oh, and I suppose that is the biggest thing you talk about. They've really turned it around in the last couple of weeks. Like we say, it's 3-17 today in that semi-final. It was 4-19 in their quarter final. So if you're facing them, you know that it's a team in form and a team that if you give them a run on you, they'll put a score up.
Yeah, no doubt. But the only thing is, whoever does meet them in that final will most likely be looking at this video. They got most of the scores there in the last 5 minutes, so you'd be looking at where Whitegate hurt them really. Whitegate sticking to the running game the first half really hurt them as well. So a lot to learn, but there still is a bit for Clarecastle to do now as well going into that final. Confidence is a great thing going in, but overconfidence can hurt you as well.
And with that, we'll let you enjoy the highlights of that first half. Stay with us. We'll have reaction from the winning camp after the highlights as we'll speak to members of the victorious Clarecastle team as they now look forward to their place in the TUS Clare Intermediate Hurling Final for this. Maintain possession. Here comes the strike. In it goes. It's in. It's over the bar. And opening home. Here comes the strike. In it goes. We watch for the umpire. That's in. It's down over the ball into the hand at the second occasion. He has the strike. He's the breeze behind him. Distance is no problem. Accuracy is no problem. And they want to look for it. Here comes the delivery. Colin Brigdale giving it straight into the hands there of Connor Halpin. Halpin steadies himself. Gets the strike and straight into his full forward line. It goes. The ball breaking there. Looking for it as Ronan Hayes has it. Shortens the grip. In it goes. Oh, Josh Brack blocked down under pressure but manages to get the ball back. Here comes the hand pass out. Another opportunity for the Clarecastle men. In it goes from Paul at low and straight in front there of Ronan Hayes. It breaks inside. Hayes has an opportunity. Goal chance. It's a going in. And Whitegate find himself forward on this occasion through Evan Price. Price gives the offload into the hands of Halpin. Connor Halpin with the strike. Connor Halpin with the score. Takes some space. He's got past four of them. The hand pass goes looking for Hayes. Hayes gets the strike. And what a movement that was from Kieran Kears. Got him past halfway back onto the hurley. He's inside the 65, straight in front of the goals. If there's one man you don't want to give a puck out on this field, scoreable inside the 65 that we've had in the game. Follow and see where it goes. It's gone in from Paul O'Connell. And straight again at the end of it. Oisin Whelan has it at the end of all of that. Oisin started the play here. It's laying into the hands of a new man in. That's Doherty. James Doherty. James has the strike. And James has a point at the end of that with the aid of the post. Here comes he over the shoulder. He's put it in front of that full forward line. They have the opportunity. Here's the opening chance of the second half for the Whitegate men. O'Connell. The strike goes in from Paul and it's over the bar. But play goes on. It goes as far as Callum. Callum back as far as Hines. Hines takes on the strike. Advantage was being played. There was nothing to lose. But we don't need to come back. This corner is on his own 45. That ball is up. It does have the distance. It does have the accuracy. He's experienced that he's going to match his score. He has 2 from play, 1 from freeze. We wait for the white flag to be raised. That's exactly what happened. Julie coming here now for O'Connell. Here goes the strike. Straight in, straight over. Steps straight in front of it. Steps back.
a word of magic or not. It is in, it is curling, it is over the bar. O'Connell with possession, runners in flight. Here it is to Oisin. Oisin's inside the 21. He's going taking it on. Andrew Fahey has to get the hurley to it. Out as far as that. Hines has it. He's looking to get it off. Here comes the strike. You join us here now with victorious manager Ger Loughlin. Ger, I suppose heading in at half time, 1 point ahead, 7 points to 1-3. You had, I think it was 11 wides at that stage and a couple of goal chances missed. Was there any indication, I suppose, of nerves, or was it just a case of, look, we just have to push on for the next 30?
Well, I suppose we were going to be the victims of our own disaster, really. We had 10 wides, I think, or 11 wides with 2 goal chances. Out of the 11 wides, we'll say there was definitely 8 or 9. A bit more composure, we would have got those, and we would have been going in with a different reflection on the scoreboard. But our backs were to the wall, to be fair, and I think the message we were bringing across to the lads is that we had so many chances that we were the better team. Now, could we do something in the second half that was going to be against the trend, play into gale force wind, stand up and be counted? And I think we got that out of everybody, and I think the subs that came on made a massive difference.
Yeah, and I suppose we even spoke about it ourselves at half time, that given the age profile of your forward line, that sometimes it's easier with I suppose their fitness levels and their speed to actually carry that ball into the breeze, as opposed to maybe it having it coming down on top of them like it was in the first half. So in some ways maybe the breeze, playing into the breeze, suited you that little bit better.
It did. We had to work it deeper and work it out more, and I thought we did that very well in the second half. And we limited their chances, really. In the second half we worked awful hard. something that I would like to have seen more in the first half. But as I say, we squandered a lot of chances in the first half. But we are a young team, and it's a bonus for this group to get over today and get to a final. It'll be a big learning curve for us. We want to get back senior, but you get back if you think that you'll be able to maintain it and sustain senior, and we are kind of at a rebuilding job, to tell the truth. But in saying that, we'll be going out hoping that we'll give it everything and play well, and you never know on the day.
Yeah, and I suppose you spoke about the bench. Like, I suppose Oisin came in just before half time. I think he got 2 from play on the sideline, and then James obviously at half time he hit 2-3. He set up the last goal as well, so a huge impact from the bench, which was exactly what you were looking for.
It was, and James Doherty has come back from a very serious shoulder injury back. He had a big operation in Sentry in end of January, beginning of February, and it has taken him this length to kind of find his feet again, you know. And I'm delighted for him, because he's a guy that wants to play, and we just felt he wasn't sharp enough. But I could see it there in the last couple of weeks that his sharpness is coming. So I thought it was a good idea, and the boys thought it was a good idea to give him a second half today. And if you got the ball into him, he was always going to be a threat, and thankfully he did, and he did show that smartness, I thought.
No, and I suppose from your own point of view as a management, what it really does is it heightens up even that competition for places now over the next 2 weeks when you sit down to finally pick that team for county final day.
Oh, absolutely. Now we have a headache. But do you know what? I said it to the guys there before we went out today, that on a given day we could pick another 4 to replace the first 15, and there wouldn't be a massive difference. And and that's the truth. We have some lads that are disappointed that aren't getting a place now. But as you say, that's up to them now to see. We have a couple of weeks now to the final, and hopefully that they'll be fighting for the spot, because if they're showing form, there's a good chance they'll get the place.
Yeah, and I suppose that's it. You've got 2 weeks now to really prepare. You'll do a small bit of analysis, I suppose, with regards to this one, but really the focus is on making sure that you deliver that performance in that final in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so. We want to go out and really give it a cut. We'll be the underdogs, there's no doubt about it. Rouen have already beaten us, and the Mills are raging hot favourites to win this out, and I've seen them, and they look serious. But by the time the other semi-finals play today, we won't know until 5:30 or 5:45 who we're playing. But they either the two are going to be massive challenges for us. But as I say, we're building, and we want to get back, but we want to get back and show that we can stay there. And in order to do that, we're going to have to beat the likes of Rouen or the Mills.
No, but I suppose even speaking back to those Rouen games, or the end of your group stage, as you say, the 2 losses, you've really built momentum now across that quarter-final and semi-final, putting up big scores on both days.
Yeah, we did, and the last day against Tubber, things just went very well for us, and we scored 3-14 in the first half, and it's probably a bit rich to think that we'd do the same today again. The conditions were totally the opposite today, and it was a slog. But I think today it kind of showed there was a bit of character there, and we're putting up big scores, but sometimes you might have to win that game today 14-13, or a point here or there makes a massive difference. And I say, with a bit more composure, we would have been going in at half time in a better place, but it wasn't to be at half time. But I took an awful lot out of it, the way we performed the second half, that we showed great courage and pride in the jersey.
Ger, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us. Best of luck with the preparations and in that final in 2 weeks' time, and we'll hopefully be talking to you again closer to the time.
Thanks, Sean. Thank you.
wide victorious man. I suppose heading in at Lachlan, is here now with victorious. And I suppose heading in at half time, 1 point ahead, 7 point more. Thanks very much for taking it. Thanks very much to us. Best of luck. We'll be talking to you.
Thank you.
We'll hopefully be talking
Thanks, Sean.
again.
Thanks, Sean. Thank you.